What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we are out here on this cold afternoon in Iowa to show you a brand new handgun from Kimber. This is the 2k11. Now, Kimber's been in the 1911 game for a very long time, to some success and some not. It is well known in the industry for being a sort of middle-of-the-road brand with 1911s. They sell the most 1911s of any company in the United States, so they can't be all bad, but I myself have not had the world's best experience with them over the years. That sort of has changed over the past year or so with their two new models, which we reviewed this year, that were very good, the aluminum frame versions. Now, this one here really caught my eye, and my buddy Nick actually brought one of these over before you could get them, and I got to shoot one, and I was very impressed. So because of that experience, I decided to get one myself and test it on the range for you today. Now, this is the Target model. This is the more expensive version. These 2k11s come out around $2,000, and then this one comes out about $2,500. You get a bunch of added features. You get a fiber optic front with a blacked out rear or a optics mount included with the gun. Very cool. You get these slide cuts, which are very, very functional. As you can see, I've been playing with them during the video. We have a Picatinny rail on the bottom. You have a flat-faced medium to long trigger there, which I'm really gonna like. We have a grip module with a lot of really good texture on it, which feels really good. We have a very large pad on the grip safety there. That feels good. So even if you're wearing gloves like we are today, we shouldn't have any issues activating that. Now, the manual safety on the top here is ambi, and it is very tactile, and all of the controls feel super slick. It doesn't feel like your traditional Kimber. It doesn't feel like a $700 1911. This thing feels like a staccato. You see the magwell here is really well done, and you can see it's extremely well beveled, and it does have sort of a Sand Viper color tone to it with that copper. So I'm pretty impressed with the features, but even more impressed with the barrels. You see there, we got a lot of fluting, and we have a reverse crown on the bull barrel with a full length guide rod there. So all the stuff they can add to it to make it fast, they did. I am pretty excited to shoot this today, and we'll see how it goes. So overall, I think you get a lot for your money because it's about the same price as a Staccato, Staccato P, but it obviously looks a little more Gucci. And they did send us the gun.
It's a good group.
Yeah, it's sighted in. Now, this isn't the first time I've shot a Kimber, and it's not even the first time this gun's been shot. The crew actually took this out yesterday, and I was feeling a little under the weather, and I'm a little bit jealous, to be honest with you, because they got to shoot 200 rounds through it. So today, I'm gonna do the majority of the shooting. But I'm wearing these big ass gloves, so I'll probably suck. She's all right.
For everyone recommending a shoot house for the cold, we are trying. Concrete is getting put in.
Transitions really well.
Yeah.
This is a fun shooting gun. Well, that sucked. That's what it's supposed to do. For $2,500, I better hear a pig. There we go. When we come back this far, that's when I hope my bullshit zero is actually on.
Hit.
What?
You hit something. I don't see it. Where are you shooting at? That hit something.
When in doubt, move closer.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Not too bad.
100 yards?
Yeah. All right, so that was the first, I don't know, 350 rounds of the Kimber. My wife and Bubs shot 200 and some yesterday, and I shot about 150 today. And I would say I was extremely impressed. We had no malfunctions, 2 different types of ammunition, blazer brass, and then some of my competition ammo, and it both ran perfectly well. Part of that is because of how smooth the gun is, I'm sure. It has a light recoil spring in it, so it feels really good, not only when it tracks back, but when it tracks forward. It also has a DLC coating on it on the frame, and then a PVD coating on the slide, so it is very, very slick. And that's always what I really liked about 2011s, is you can usually tell how well they're gonna shoot by how good the slide fitment feels when it tracks back and forth. Now, it also has a match grade trigger in it with a flat face trigger, as you can see there, and the trigger is absolutely excellent, as I would expect from a gun of this price point. You can see there again, very, very good. Probably a 3.5 pound pull, right on par with the Watchtower. The gun itself actually feels a lot like the Watchtower that we shot a while back, just non-comped with a long slide. I'm a big fan of the gun so far. It has a nice little cut on the trigger guard there to make it look a little bit different than standard 2011s. We have a bit of a finger groove there on this all steel frame here with the texture, and that feels all right. Now, the magwell feels good on me because I have bigger hands and I like when they don't put this big bump. The only thing I don't like about the Atlas guns is their magwells have a big bump on the end and it pushes my hand up uncomfortably into the beaver tail there, whereas this one does not. It feels really good, it feels natural, and it honestly feels a lot like the Watchtower or the Terran Tactical when you shoot it, and it's about the same color, but it's just a lot cheaper. Now, overall, I think this is probably the best Kimber could have done personally. I didn't expect this to be as good as it was. Again, Kimber and I have a sort of controversial relationship. I bought a couple Kimbers in the past that didn't work very well, but all 4 that we've had recently have ran really well, and then this one now included. I think it was kind of the natural evolution of what they were going to do with their firearms. Since they make so many single stacks, a double seems obvious, because who doesn't want more ammo after all? Now, the gun comes with 2 22 round magazines and then one, I think, 18 round magazine, and you get 3 magazines in the box. You get optics plates in the box. You get adjustable fiber optic sights. You get the slide cuts. You get the SICK coating, and you get a really good trigger. I think that's actually a pretty solid deal for the money. And knowing Kimber, they're going to have these out in big box stores, and they're going to be available in a way that a lot of other 2011s are not. So I think these are just released, but I think you're going to end up seeing a lot of these. I think this is going to be a route that a lot of people go. 2 years ago or so, when the Prodigy came out, I mentioned the Prodigy is going to bring 2011s to everybody's home, and I think that is going to continue with Kimber. I think Kimber is just as big of a brand, arguably even bigger in the 1911 community, and I think all the dudes that have not gotten into the 2011 or the double stack 1911 yet are probably going to with the Kimber, or at least people that had standard single stacks anyway. Overall, I think the gun performed pretty well. 350 is not a review, but I haven't seen a failure in this gun yet. You can subscribe, please stop by Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.